So hello everyone and welcome to my vlog. I don't think that I have to do the clappy thing because I don't have to sing anymore. I actually stopped using the studio mic for the recording, since the studio mic doesn't record into into the camera anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? So yeah, I went down in quality. Either that, or I have to get a mic stand where I can put the studio mic on. That's a thing for the future. I might invest in that, but I think that most of my vlogs and most of what I've done here in my apartment will end up in that the studio mic hanging from the ceiling or whatever. That would not be great for for the idea of what I'm trying to do here. I think that the studio mic is mostly for live streams and the vlogging thing, where I go around, talk to the camera, and talk to you guys over YouTube. Will be here at the scene that I have made. I'm trying to make it greater, like every day. Every time I'm gonna do a vlog, I think that I wanna make it more pretty. Want to make it more stylish. I know that the Tokyo Hotel Tom photo there. Some people maybe think it's gay, but whatever. I have posters in my apartment, and I have more posters around. And the musical thing, where I have two MIDI keyboards and some guitars and a microphone and a GoPro camera, and all of this is just to give a background to speak in. But speaking of all that, I'm trying to make something that is easy to just clean up and move away. Not because I have to do it like every time I do a vlog I have to set it up again and then take it down. The problem is that I kind of have to move in a year's time now. And yesterday they dug the first hole because they're gonna renovate the entire district, and they hit a party and say, "Yay! Renovation! Here it comes!" And they're gonna mostly tear down the most of the district in where I live, the most of the block, and then they're gonna renovate it and they build it up again and whatever, and say, "Yay, new apartments, bigger apartments." Some apartments will totally be gone forever. Like they will not be there. They're gonna tear down this wall, as far as I know, and they're gonna consume my apartment where I live. Will consume the apartment in there. That means that my rent will go up like maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000. I don't know. Maybe they'll make a room more, and that's actually pretty crazy, if you ask me. Tear down a lot of cheap apartments in order to build bigger and better apartments, and just get rid of the small ones. Where will all the young people live now? And that's actually a really good question. I know that I can maybe save up in order to live in my apartment for maybe 2 or 3 months after they renovated and all, starting next year. But maybe I actually completely have to move out and find a new place to live. And that means that I don't really want to do anything to this apartment. I don't really want to... I don't want it to put up blinds over the windows in the first place. When I moved in here, they said, "Oh, in a year's time they're gonna renovate it all, and you can expect that in a year's time they will do this and that." And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna hang up my bookshelf. That's that. I need my bookshelf for my games and all my stuff. So I hanged up my bookshelf. I drilled 6 holes in the wall and they put it there. because I needed a place to just have my stuff. But that's like 3 years from now, and the renovation plan says that it's in a year before I have to move out, or maybe I have to move out in 6 months. So, but still, that still means that it's 2018 I have to move out, not like 2013. So that's totally crazy if you ask me. Why would they tell me such things? Because that meant that I didn't want to do anything to my apartment. I didn't want to put up blinds. I didn't want to get things fixed that should have been fixed. Like my door is always binding when I'm trying to open it, and my hand wash in the kitchen were broken, where it just spilled up water. I don't have any light switch in the kitchen because that's broken too. Underneath the sink in there, it's just falling water down. But they gonna just tear it all down in a year. Why should I care? Why should I care and get the people to come here and to fix it, because they have to do it during the work hours. And if I gonna have a job, then I wouldn't be home at work, and normally ain't home at work. When they fixed the radiator in here, what really happened were that the two people came and they put a radiator in place, and I had to stay home for that single day because they placed that radiator. So yeah, and a year after they put it in here, a man came and said, "Oh, we haven't put the heat." The heat measure in, so we don't know how much heat you have used in your living room. So I got a year off of my heat bill, and now 2 years after, a year after, I don't know, but now a long time after that, I got a bill on 1,600 just to pay. Because now they have a correct measure of how much heat I am using during a year, which is cray. I have to find a lot of money because they didn't fix it in time, because nobody really wanted to fix anything. And if anything should be fixed, then I have to be home from work, apparently. Also doing days that I don't know that I should have been home, so they can come and fix my apartment, which I just tasty. That means that I don't really want to do anything. I don't really want to find a place where everything should be. My entire living room is just is this, and there's a TV screen in the middle of the room which I use for a monitor. I have my table full of shit, and I don't want to have a place for things anymore, because when I'm gonna move out in a year, everything have to go into boxes anyway and have to move, and maybe I have to move for good, so I can't come back, which means that I have to move for most of my things, and most of it, if I'm gonna move, then I have to take the most of it. I have to put it into easy to pack and unpack boxes, because when I move out, I think that it is in 2 or 3 months. Then I will be back. I'm not sure. I have a thing here. Yes. Sorry. Okay, so they say that from March next year, and until December, I kind of have to be out of my apartment. Then I can start to move home. And then I move into my apartment again, or maybe I'm gonna move for good, and I'm not sure. Another crazy thing is that when I am they got all these meetings and all the discussions over whether it should be a big renovation job or a small one or a medium one or whatever one it should be, and what was voted in and what was voted out. I had to go to work. I had a job, and I had to go to work, and I didn't get about. I don't know. And they told a lot of things that should happen, and I was just, okay, they're gonna do some things and people gonna vote and shit, but I don't get a vote, okay, that's fine. But again, I didn't get a letter over how big it is. I had a friend who told me that it would be the big renovation, which meant that some apartments was just gonna be torn down and the people gonna get new addresses, and that means that the apartments in there is gonna be torn down because they're gonna become my apartments. And okay, but I didn't get a letter. I didn't get I didn't get anything. I don't have any information. They didn't tell me whether I'm gonna stay. I think that I'm gonna stay because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stay, since they're gonna destroy these apartments in there. That means that my apartment becomes bigger. Okay, that makes sense. They're not gonna tear down my apartment because then it doesn't make sense to destroy these two. And I didn't get a letter. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. I don't know whether I can stay. But I'm pretty sure that I'm allowed to stay. And if I'm not allowed to stay, then they have to move me. Of course. But I don't know. then they have to give me a new apartment. I don't know where it is. There's nobody who talked to me. I don't know who asked me. I didn't get a letter from the from the landlords. I just is here in America, and of course I could go down and ask what will happen. My apartment is not gonna be torn down. I don't know. I didn't get a letter. I didn't get anything. They were really good at sending letters out for the meetings and shit. They didn't tell me what's gonna happen. So yeah, I know that I am doing many of these rant videos, and maybe I should start to do more of these talking about things videos. But I don't know. This is what actually is in my head currently, and this is what I'm thinking about. I know that that I haven't been talking about feelings and the other things that might be going in my head recently, and most of my vlogs is mostly just to rant about random things that is actually going on in my head. But if you ask me, it's actually maybe more important to me to speak about things that's actually going on inside my head and going on around me in my life than it is to talk about all the sad stuff that I have to go through, because currently I'm actually not sad. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, my apartment is gonna be torn down, and I should maybe go down and ask the landlords what is gonna happen and how much it's gonna cost. But I'm not really that scared about it, because I know that they have to provide me with a new apartment if I'm not gonna agree to stay here, if they're gonna cost 3,000 more. But in the long run, I think it's actually better to get a new apartment and get maybe a bigger room, maybe more space. Because when you think about it, in my apartment, I have this living room space where I can kind of have a studio. I have moved it around a couple of times. Started to live in this corner, moved over in the other corner, and now I just have this side of the room, and just showing off here that this entire side of this room is just it's just for studio space, and that means that I have a space in the other side of the room. Let's show that off too, because we can. And if you move the camera down, okay, so I have this side of the room that can actually become something beautiful. Everything is out of focus, out of place, but don't matter. And that means that I have some living room there. I have some office studio thing there, and I have some beautiful things here. I try to make the best out of it. I know that I'm gonna be out in a year, and therefore I don't want to do too much, right? Because if you do too much, then you just have to know that all I do is just making an effort for no reason. So, and I'm not that person, so I ain't gonna do it. So yeah, what I've been doing the last 3 or 4 weeks is that me and my girlfriend started recording a music video for a song that we wrote the last summer. And after she went to school, I've been sitting at home and tried to practice it and see whether I can be better and what could be good and where could things be bad or whatever. And I have some unreleased versions, and I think that I did a live stream or two where I played some guitar and tried different things out, making some music. And it was great and all of that, and suddenly she started to record it and really tried to make a studio recording down at her boarding school. And that was great and all that. I thought that yay, she's gonna try to make a version, and then I can maybe put some guitar over and whatever. And then she said that she actually wanted to participate in a competition where if she won, she would be allowed to make a real studio recording, a professional studio recording. And she wanted me to help her making a music video, and that was great and all that, and we got some ideas to what to do and what not to do. And I think that I'm gonna put in some behind the scenes for my channel. So I think that you should go to That Day We Saw YouTube channel this way, over there. There might be a YouTube card for it somewhere. And then I think that you should watch the video, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you want, and we will see whether we can get her more views. And go into Facebook, look for That Day We Saw, and see whether you can find it. I think that she have a bunch of page likes now, and we will see whether we can get her career started, because that's actually something that I want to do. I know that I don't want to be a musician and sit and play ukulele for all day. I have a ukulele, I also have a ukulele. That actually broke. And I think that I will say that that's all I have to say for today. It's been a really long video, if you ask me. Not as long as the last one with the long story, but long enough. So until we see each other next time.